Alright gosh, alright, I guess I'll get this panel started, so. No, you get over here, you get over here, you're sitting right next to me, I'm not gonna bike. Alright, Doon the Fox, you tell, tell everyone, a little bit about yourself, what got you into YouTubing? Because I know you hit, 200 subs, right?
Me?
Yes.
Oh.
Adjusting Shove it in your mouth.
So, yeah, what got... I'm just gonna handheld it.
Oh my.
No, just
yeah, the audio engineer here, and I'm trying to handheld it. So I got into YouTubing mostly because of my past. I've done a lot with video work and studio production and audio-visual stuff. So I really enjoy doing video work, and that's actually how I got into the fandom, was YouTube. So I was in my basement working on some electronic stuff, and YouTube autoplayed into a Majira Strawberry video.
Yeah, I did.
And that was it. So and so from then on, I was like, I'm going to be a furry YouTuber. And when I got my suit in June of 2018, I started making videos.
And I think, did you say was it last weekend you just hit 200?
Literally, yeah. Last weekend I hit 200 subscribers.
Which is really good. I already hit. It's really
Congratulations.
awesome. That's really good, Jake. I mean, that's the coolest thing about being a furry YouTuber. You can actually literally make your own content. You can make it to anything you ever want to be. And for me, I know I've been slow on my content, but it's because of my work. I'm literally trying to flex up the schedule as much as I can. But due to a whole lot of projects that are due, and I'm usually the only one that has to do it. So I'm I'm a lone wolf that's just working on computers and stuff. And then I suddenly fell asleep on my laptop. But I got into YouTube when I got inspired by a few furry YouTubers. I got inspired by Ace Parts Box, which he's a really good guy. And oh my gosh, he is very nice. How many of you guys know Corey Coyote?
Carson's daddy, anyone?
Isn't he a sweetheart? Oh my god. And I actually got to meet him, and he actually got me into gaming, but I'm like, I might try that. Third person would have to be Marks. I mean, ever since then, I saw the picture of him literally holding my green lightsaber, and we already called his name Darth Boos. And every time in May the 4th, I call him Obi-Wan Kenobi because he looks like Obi-Wan Kenobi. And then he messages me saying, stop. I'm like, no, your girlfriend's already liking this, I'm not stopping. High ground.
You're the chosen one.
High ground.
Right. My ground is a stage left.
Or is it?
Intro stage left.
Oh my gosh. So after I looked at these videos, or those guys' videos, I literally said, okay, I think I can do this. And I'm actually working on a Force Effects testing video that will hopefully be launched before AC, because I'm really testing out After Effects. But it's going to be one of me using Force Push, Force Pull, Repulse, and Force Lightning. And let's just say doing lightsaber duels in After Effects is a pain in the ass. Yeah. I could see the struggle of it, and it took me I was sitting there yay, I go one motion, what time is it? Oh my god, it's midnight. I got oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I had a project that I worked on in After Effects too, and it my one computer just basically took almost a day to render the project out for a 2-minute animation. So it had a lot of light effects in it and stuff, and it was crazy.
Yeah, that was a little hard to do, but let's just say the lightsaber video actually went well. And the latest video I did was one of the lightsaber duel video from May the 4th, where Czar J. Wolf kidnapped me in the car. And it was his new car too, so I'm like, okay, I did not expect this. And I was literally shocked that I didn't know he was going to do this. So the next thing you know I'm in his truck, and he's like, all right, what should I, and suddenly he shows me in the trunk, takes my lightsaber, I'm like, first thought goes in my head, I'm like, is this what kidnapping feels like? Because I've been almost kidnapped before, even one time I didn't see.
The Jackal Wolf.
Oh God. Now I lost the train of thought.
You're welcome.
But yeah, the video was actually good, and let's just say I love doing lightsaber videos. I want like to literally do more of those. I've been literally doing lightsabers since I was 5 years old, and when I started doing martial arts when I was 10, I immediately just grabbed a weapon. I immediately mastered the martial art weapon in only a week, because I trained like for 3 hours. Started training the katana, the bow staff, the twin hooks, which the Shaolin monks used, which are really awesome, but
If you're an MK11 fan, that would be Cabal.
yes. I mean, yeah. But it was really awesome, so I actually enjoy it. And the one thing I always like for being a YouTuber is making people happy. That's all I love about it. I love seeing the people's, like, every time I look at the comments, I always like to heart them because these guys are important. You guys are the most important thing ever when it comes to watching all of our videos and everything else. You guys make this possible. Anytime a subscriber comes in, it's you guys who are supporting the channel and like saying, hey, make more content about this. And I actually had a request from somebody that wants me to make a video about, like, oh my gosh, I think it was a video that literally kind of just spoke to what I was struggling with in my past, which was literally trying to fit in. And I'm like, well, that's a video I really want to work on, is like how to be yourself instead of letting people label you, because the only person that knows you is yourself. That is the number one thing. That's it. And Rykus, what do you do?
Well, I just found out about a little bit about Nightshine. She split off from college a little early yesterday.
Yeah?
So unfortunately, I'm not sure she's gonna make it.
Okay. That's okay. So I guess we can I guess we'll take questions right now. So feel free to literally raise your hand. Well, since I have my glasses on, I can barely see shit. Rykus, get the first one up. So anyone have any questions for Rykus? You can just raise your hand. We'll just check.
What's your favorite Furry YouTuber?
So far right now, I am kind of stuck between Corey Coyote because I love seeing people play Cards Against Humanity because all the chaos in that just makes me laugh. And let's see here, who would be my second one? I would have to say that Ace the Heart Fox is my all-time, one of my tied up there for the first. I can't even put him second. I'm sorry. And honestly, yours is number 2, just because I'm not as big on Star Wars as most others.
Yeah.
However, when I definitely do appreciate Star Wars a lot for what it is.
All right, that's good. Any question? Yes.
Another one from Rykus. What's your favorite commission you've had so far from any of your past or current?
I think there was one.
Well, I would have to say, and I honestly hope this artist gets a chance to witness this video, and I'm probably going to end up sending it to her. My favorite commission so far is actually the one I'm wearing around my neck. This badge by Kraz Dude. You can actually find her on Telegram, on Facebook, as well as Twitter. Literally CRAZ and Dude.
Nice.
Oh, and by the way, she's in the dealer's den as well, so if you stop by her, take a look at what she's got.
Sweet. All right. Let's see. Yes.
For all three of these, have you ever had any hardships of doing this?
Any hardships? Dude, you want to start?
I mean, I think I've had some troubles coming up with video ideas when I was first starting out and stuff, and then I've also had trouble getting my first 100 subscribers was just, it was tough, but it's tough for anyone, and I'd say that would be my hardest thing is and finding time between my regular job and this to actually film. But yeah, that's probably my biggest hardships.
The hardest ship would have to be is literally trying to, but one, work is one thing, but my family's going through so much right now because we have actually just found out 2 weeks ago my aunt actually had an affair. So it was literally hard going, and it's just literally hard for me to make videos and there's so much going on. And I'm literally like trying to help my family out as much as I can. And it's literally like the hardest thing for me was just the struggles with family because my family's just not getting along anymore. We're about to be like separated. And I am adopted to that family because I already lost one birth family. I don't want to lose another because if I did that, I wouldn't even know what to do in my life. But the most important thing for me is family struggles. But I learned to like literally just make videos to make other people happy, even though I actually make myself happy. So.
Well, as for me, I am not a YouTuber, so I don't really understand how that works exactly. I'm probably the most technologically literate person here, so that is. Yeah, that aside, I have viewed on a couple people's YouTube channels here and there. I've been on Hund the Hound's channel, I believe once last year. You probably might have seen me at a couple other. I'm more of the con and event goer. You will likely see me at a lot of fur cons mainly in the Ohio state, Furry Reality or this one, AO.
Yeah, he's been in like 3 or 4 of my videos. So.
Yeah, probably a split second because he kind of catches me at the wrong time.
Wrong time.
So it's.
But that's the best part. Though.
That's the best part. You get a really genuine reaction from me sometimes, so that's awesome. And I did do a dual blade thing on his channel once, Vanguard's.
It was actually good, and I really enjoyed recording it.
And was that the only one I ever did, or was there another? I forget if there was another.
I'm not sure there was another that we did. Can't remember.
Okay. Well, we do. I did bring up an idea that I would do a roast video on his channel, just to see what I can come up with.
And he can come up with so much, it's not even funny. I mean, I literally hear his roast in the car. I just couldn't stop laughing. I loved it.
Hey, cat in the back, I see you.
Well, from here you look like a cat, so.
Yes, there was a friend of ours that thought his persona was a cat when in reality it's a coyote, so I had to troll for that one.
Let's see. Oh my gosh. Yeah, continue.
And then you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'd say that I mean I roll with usually just with one camera. I have that one, and then I have my iPad that I use. The only time I use multiple cameras is for my dance videos. So I mean, yeah, just, all you really need is just one camera. And I mean, some people even they can get away with using there's a lot of good free editing software out there, namely Blackmagic's DaVinci Resolve. I mean, you can even get away with using Movie Maker. I've seen that work. But no, it's even just one camera is I shoot all my stuff with it. It's fine. So.
I mostly shoot myself with a GoPro, but I'm actually gonna stick with my phone because I need that literal close up. Because GoPros are actually a little bit harder because it doesn't have like any zoom at all. But I really I would say you can use a camera phone or anything you can use to record video. And the editing software, like you said, is DaVinci's and everything. I think DaVinci's is actually really good. And I used to use iMovie on my MacBook to edit my videos. And it's actually there's a whole lot of free video editing software out there. You just gotta find which one that you need for that time, so. Oh my gosh, there's that blue doggo. Who let you in? I love you too.
He's here anyway.
No, thank you, Hund. Yes, sir?
Anywhere?
You had a question, sir?
There's already a free seat over here if you want to sit up here. I mean, yeah, I mean,
Come on up.
Dude, get up here.
And Nightshine is here, so come on over.
Get over here. All right, everyone, welcome Nightshine and Hund the Hound. All right, so far.
Welcome, and we're splitting this.
This is bad.
Yeah.
They gave me a microphone.
Wait, did you say garbage can?
I'm gonna put this garbage can in.
Oh my.
I love him. I'm just kidding.
Insert furry trash.
It's because I'm very trash.
I got it.
Person has some feelings too.
Literally.
Okay, Vanguard, why are we here?
Oh my God. We're
I just thought I got good
we're already answering some of these questions, so.
Remember you were the blue person?
Yes.
How do you guys get, let's have a two-part question. How do you guys get inspired to make your content? How do you try not to copy somebody else's work?
How do you think you can answer that one?
So the question was, how do you get inspired to make your own stuff that, like,
Yeah,
you're not copying someone else? Is that your question?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't do anything Majira does. I do my own experiences. I do things that I feel like are different from my life, and I film them and put them up there. If people don't like them, it's okay. People do. I know that doesn't mean I wouldn't do things that Majira has done. I'm still going to do a small amount of things, but really, just film everything and see what sticks.
That's basically it. I mean, I usually don't want to try to copy anybody. I know, and yes, I do agree that Majira does copying a lot, but it's his way of things. So,
I mean, I get inspired by some other people's videos, but you know, I try to never directly copy them.
oh yeah.
But I do get a lot of my inspiration from you know, other YouTubers.
Yep. All right. Anyone else have a question?
Speak loudly so we can hear you.
Yes.
So, yeah, how did you guys all meet each other and discover each other?
Oh wow, that's a good question.
Oh dear.
Oh, there's Doon.
How many hours do you have?
Many.
All right, now we got another. All right, we got another crazy. Doon the Fox, get up here.
Huh?
Get up here. I invited you to my panel for a reason.
We need a fox. We need a fox alert.
Well, yes, we do. It's important.
Up here in front, you don't need a zoom lens when you've got a zoom
All
hole.
right, grab that chair. You know, just sit right next to that.
Let me scoot this in for you so I can just bring this.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Get up, sir.
Grab a few more.
Yeah, we can share the microphone as well.
Apparently, I'm dethroned.
I didn't take much.
And yes, I do sometimes watch Game of Thrones, but I got tired of it after season 3.
And you can take this over here.
There is so much orange on this stage right now.
Anakin,
We are professionals.
That was this.
Good job.
Just gonna put Anakin right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to this terrible show. I'm Hund the Hound.
Excuse me?
As soon as the trash came in, we had trash.
Yes. If you expected real professionals, we're sorry. Okay, so you had a question, someone asked the question, do we answer yet how we all met?
Yes.
I think because we're all, I know like me, Vanguard, and Nightshine, we're all local Ohio first, so we started going to the same meets and just kind of took off from there. I was a YouTuber before Furry, and so I already had interest to it. When I got a suit, I was just like, okay, let's start filming. And then, you know, I meet people like Vanguard, who's a YouTuber, and me and him started to do a lot of collaborations together. Some of my best videos have him in it, and vice versa. So
Screaming to death.
yeah, there's one on my channel called "We Get It, You're Gay," and
It was the best video we ever made in my life.
Yes. More
I disagree. That was waffles.
Yeah, more. Yeah, well, there's one where we copied a meme.
You want a waffle?
Yeah, Vanguard dance from a meme from like a couple of years ago. Just look up waffles up on. Is that your channel or my channel?
It's actually on my channel, but
Yeah.
you helped me edit it, so.
And then Nightshine, God, that's a long story. I'm not getting into. She just follows us around, but we love her.
Yeah.
Chaos. One word. word. Done.
Yes. Chaos. Film the chaos. That's always good.
Yes.
Yeah, and because at the point I was at Columbus Fur, I had moved from Akron at the time, just probably a few months prior. I had went to the AnthrOhio picnic that was during, what was it, Labor Day?
I think it was around Labor Day, but it's like,
Yeah, it was Labor Day weekend, so I officially met Nightshine there. I believe I met you there as well.
Yeah.
And then subsequently I met Hund right after the fact. And from there, like, it just pretty much picked up momentum. Because then the Folf I hadn't met until just, I believe it was this year, right?
Probably.
I think this year.
I'd also like to point out the to your guys' left is my lovely wife, Doon the Fox, and our son, Charlie.
Give her an applause.
I haven't really announced this yet, and we're going to do a video later, but she's pregnant for our second child.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. I met Hund the Hound, was like, oh my gosh, it was, not sure when. I have a bad memory of things. I can't remember how to use the Force correctly. When I actually met Hund, he was actually a nice guy. And yes, we did a lot of collaborations together, and I still have a little bit of nightmares of me doing the VR system of nightmare stories.
Oh, you had the scary one where it Face Your Fears?
Yes,
You screamed like a little girl when you thought you were falling. Oh, that was wonderful. Peaked my audio really good there.
Did you run into the wall like a sleeping dog?
Is that
What?
Did you run into the wall like a sleeping dog?
No, he was sitting down.
I was sitting down,
Oh,
but I was
shame.
I was like, well, this has got to be the most horrifying thing I've ever seen in my life. But
Such a shame. I wanted to see a broken dog.
Well, it's recorded. It's on YouTube. That's why we're here, because we're
Well,
YouTube.
yeah,
You can
exactly.
still watch it. Anybody else have any questions or anything?
Oh, we gotta do like Doon the Fox, so we'll let you have the mic.
Okay. I'm really tired. I did the first grade.
I know.
So where are we starting? What's our... Okay. So I watched a lot of YouTube, especially like 5 years ago. So I like people like Jenna Marbles and Markiplier and other completely psychotic human beings that were basically given the ability to have a camera for some reason. Real scary, I know. So I started watching them, and I really was inspired by their style and stuff like that. And I just was hugely inspired by them to start making content. So then I got a
Glitch,
camera,
get up here.
and it got crazy after that. That was it. That was really it.
I also like to point out that a real YouTuber came in here, Mr. Glitch. Mr. 10K subs, so fresh, so fly.
Wow.
Okay, you can leave now. Thank you. Wait, he really did leave. And Mr. Sorry, I don't have my glasses. Is that Mr. Beta?
Wait.
That's Mr. Beta. Okay, I don't have my glasses on. Forgive
Life
me.
jackets save lives.
Yes.
I smell a drink.
Yes.
I smell...
You guys can come up here. Like, you deserve to stand up
You
here.
guys
more than
deserve to
us.
stand up here. Get over here.
Hello, Maverick.
Hey guys. All right. Anybody else have any questions for any of us up here?
And our new guests.
Yes. You black shirt I can't even see. Sorry.
This is completely unrelated. Like I question for Nightshine, how are you so big?
Big.
How am I so what?
How are you so big?
I don't know. Just comes naturally. Oh, and also,
Yes.
hey Vanguard, am I allowed to give him a quick shout out?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, so thank you. Eric over here has been a long-time viewer and finally found me a person to give me a bunch of art he made me.
Awesome.
And he's extremely talented, so if you're going to commission anyone for like a really interesting different style, I'd recommend him highly. He's one of the coolest people I've ever met.
That's
Just
awesome.
want the side note there, because he chased me all the way down just to give me this art, so I just felt like that needed to be said.
Thank you for chasing her down here because I was looking for her. So was
I found it for
missing in action. MIA.
Hey, hi man. I just want to say something that's kind of attached to what Nightshine said. A lot of people don't realize that the YouTubers are where we are because of people like you. We really appreciate you guys watching us. We watch each other. We make fun of each other. We just appreciate the fans very much. And I don't think that's said enough, but it really is, and we love you guys.
Yeah, we really love you guys very much.
Thank you guys, and give yourselves a round of applause for that.
And Deb. Perfect.
Does anybody else have any questions? I got one in the back there.
Okay.
I have a question for Beta. Do you ever plan to get a fursuit of any kind, and if so, what maker would you commission?
Two-part question.
So, last August, I actually commissioned More for Less to make a partial of my suit. And all I can say is soon. Soon.
All
I
right.
think there's another one in the back.
One of the awesome green hair.
For Beta and Glitch, did you ever expect yourselves to get like the large amount of following that you guys have?
No.
Naturally.
You're not going to give like a wholehearted answer to that? Just no?
No. You should not. You do not give me clout. That is not something you do. This is how the world ends.
Well, he's out of it. I can thoroughly answer that question. About the same, no. You don't really expect to get anywhere on YouTube. You kind of just do it for the fun of it. That's what I went into it 7 years ago. I loved the idea of commentating over some gameplay that I loved in the back and talked about whatever was on my mind. And after 7 years, I found a style that works for me, that I love doing, that people love as well. And it's just, at that point, trial and error. And I'm probably one of, I guess out of most people that I know, the best examples of people that have been doing it for such a long time, that only recently things have like happened. So, you know, overall, it's for the fun of it. You don't really expect growth, but it just comes with it if you are natural and talented at what you do.
All right, anyone else? Don't be afraid to raise your hand. You, with the awesome hat. Worship what? I'm Ang. Just Ang?
I have a lot of questions right now, and I'm not sure.
Okay, Beta's already answered, so no. But I do worship Cthulhu. That's all I worship now. Yes. Well, yes. I did call Cthulhu that. And then he stole my soul.
Vanguard, this is not.
Oh well, I didn't need the soul anyway. I'm a furry. I don't give a crap.
If you wonder why his eyes are sunken in, this is why he sold his soul.
Yeah, that's
why. Do we have
why.
any other questions, please?
Yes. Alright. Which one, Lily?
I got one back there to the left.
So the left? Oh. Beta, where's Majira?
Why am I automatically?
You are always around him, don't lie.
I'm always around him.
You wore his suit.
Because I'm like the bigger ups and I know where he is. He's probably sleeping or he's doing something with fursuiting, so.
I mean, I just saw him in the fursuit parade and everything.
Sorry you had to get put on the spot like that.
He's being the guest of honor. He's going somewhere else.
Well, I
Just relax.
guarantee you.
Sleeping with a lot of strawberries.
I guarantee you the man's tired after being swarmed by so many people. I just want you to imagine how many people approach him and go, "Oh my God, it's Majira!"
I've seen it happen
feel
in
bad for him, not gonna lie.
I've seen it happen in AC and MFF. Oh my God. It's like a war that's going on. Imager is the only person that's in the front lines.
I will say this, I did watch your video where you put on Majira's head. So I have a lot more understanding of where it goes through because of that. Thank you.
Hold on, what?
Yes, I'm a Beta fan, so what?
Alright, you got anyone else have a question? Questions? Yes.
Hi, me again. This is not really a question I want to say, but thank you, Nightshine, for giving me a shout out.
Yeah.
Aww.
One of my favorite internet children. I'm sorry, I know I'm not supposed to choose favorites, but I do. Tell no one.
I thought I was your favorite. What is this?
I'm just gonna go.
Silence or I'll come after you and eat you.
Alright. You.
expect too much of the trouble to ask all of you suitors up there?
Guys, there are seats available. You could close the door.
Yeah, guys, come over now.
Guys, there are plenty of seats. Come in.
I feel like since we're having some audio issues, if you want to ask a question, you should come up and I can hand you the mic.
Oh yeah, definitely do that.
Time, please. Can you say that one more time?
You sound like I don't have a wireless mic with me. I'm so sorry. I forgot. Yeah. So, all right. So, what was your question for the first suitors?
I hope it's not enough a lot of trouble to ask the suitors up here, but like, who are your makers?
Oh wow.
Lazy Loop.
Try and find a seat.
My maker is Beggs. He's also my boyfriend, and he's suiting around somewhere, I think, and he's a blue wolf dragon.
Yay. Yeah. Lich.
Sorry, I still have a suit now, apparently. I have no idea. I think it's Dirty Burrito on Twitter, but yikes.
I have questions.
Don't ask.
This is a special occasion. A lot of people are here for the reason that they love furry YouTubers. So I'll just give you guys here a little bit of a spoiler. I just got my first work in progress from my suit just yesterday.
That's why I say soon.
True. So far, Super was actually made from a friend of mine, but my next fursuit maker will be from Doon the Fox from Fire Studios.
Why don't you say who your current suit was made by? It was made by Al Capone, I'm just going to say.
Made by Al Capone. 1.0 was made by Sawbone Creations, but the next maker is going to be Stormfire Studios, because after looking at Doon the Fox by friends RJ Wolf, I fell in love with it.
I actually do have
Yep, I was by Stormfire Studios costumes. He's Canadian, and he's crazy, but he's awesome. He does a really good job. I was this now for a long time.
I am not wearing my fursuit today, but I am later on today for the dance comp, but didn't bring it with me right now. Paws are being renovated by Obbletop, and the original maker is Dragonfire Costumes. They have since closed their doors, so unfortunately no one will be able to get a suit from them for a while.
I mean, this suit was made by Mumsy's Art and refurbished by ACS Wonders, and the main suit that you see on my channel, the white wolf named Nightshine, she was also made by ACS Wonders.
So what's funny about Nightshine's suit she's wearing now, it's called Tide Pod. I cleaned it last night with Woolite instead of Tide Pod.
Inject the memes into her bloodstream.
Any other questions? If you have questions, come up and come on back there. And then you next, in the front. Here, I'll give you the microphone over here.
What's your favorite part about being a furry YouTuber?
Oh wow, that's a good question.
Like people just laughing at what I do, and getting to be the person that my wife only saw when it was just me and her. I couldn't act this silly in public before, and doing it on camera is even more fun.
Well, I'd say that making everyone happy and just being able to be myself in front of in front of the camera and make everyone happy and get away from the real world for a while.
I keep forgetting I'm on this panel now. Honestly, it's probably interacting with all of the other furtubers, mainly Hund, and Skylar, obviously, but finding people who have the same passion for the same craft you have is, in any other industry, that's, not really there, but, just because furry's already, a tight-knit community, this small YouTube subsection is so much tighter, and it's so nice.
Me? Okay. Oh my gosh, the best part being a furry YouTuber, yes, making people happy, but also, I'm gonna say it, I love building my gay saber around people and literally just making everyone gay.
Yeah, you can get away with swinging a lightsaber like a weirdo when you're in a fursuit. When you're just doing it out of clothes or out of suit, it looks weird.
The most priceless reactions ever.
And here comes my child.
Oh no.
Come here, Charlie.
Get in here, Charlie.
Charlie. Say hi, Charlie.
Wise words.
We can learn from this child. Point.
He takes after his father. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh my god. But yeah, like I said, I love doing that, but I also like being funny and hilarious. That's the main point of my channel. And I do hope to like literally like put my character more out there, because a lot of people don't know about Vanguard is like they think he's all funny and everything else, but I actually want to do that. I just want to make Vanguard. Yes, I do want to make it funny. Why'd you say no, Charlie? Oh my gosh, yeah, I just like being funny, hilarious, making a fool of myself, and also love doing collabs. That's the one thing, and also interacting with other furry YouTubers. So that's the fun part.
For sure. So YouTube is kind of special for me because like probably 6 years ago, I wasn't in like the best place mentally, so I started watching a lot of YouTube, and there were a lot of people that I related to and saw as super inspiring because they could literally just act nuts on the grand interweevils and make people laugh. And frequently I saw comments all the time that were saying things like, "Oh my god, you just made my day, you saved my life, you make me feel so much better." And I remember watching these people and feeling like they were actually helping me get a better spot in my life. So I really wanted to give that back. I just felt like, you know, if I could try and act nuts and maybe edit something once in a while, you know, maybe people would laugh and it would be a fun time. But what I have discovered since is that it's an outlet and a hobby that I really, really enjoy from a creative perspective. It's fun just getting to sit and edit and try new and different things, you know. So it's kind of like a twofold idea for me, I guess.
Also, I would like to see you dance more.
Get out there, do the thing.
Alright, Nightshine?
Yeah. We're talking about what our favorite parts about all of it is.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it's more of being interactive with the people that surround me. Whenever I'm on a stream, I try to read all the comments. I know everyone's like, it's stressing you out. I'm like, I do as much as I can without my head exploding. My head hasn't exploded yet. Someone knock on wood. So, but you know, I really like to be interactive with people, all jokes aside. Thanks. I really love to talk to people, meet new people through it, and I've met some pretty amazing people through it, and I call everyone my internet children because I'm like the mega mom friend. So
I can confirm that.
On my streams, I'm just like, I'm your mom, listen.
Youngest furball mom ever.
She's the best, we love you!
She is. Alright. Anyone else have any more?
I think her in the front. Oh.
We got one.
Did you start the question up front? Because I called her name.
Oh.
You have a question?
Yes. What is that? Sorry.
How much were your fursuits?
Enough.
What is the real price, boy?
A little under $1,000. Mine was a pre-made. Pre-mades are normally cheaper.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's kind of hard to say because I know the maker. I mean, maybe around 1,500-ish total, like all said and done. Everything we put into it, so yeah.
How much would yours do?
Current one, yeah.
Well, I mean, Erie I got for free, so I can't really say much on this, but Glitch's quote right now is around 2,500, so yikes.
Vanguard, can you assign a value for your suit?
Depends on which one.
The one sitting on the table. Come on, Charlie.
The 1.0 was actually made by Software Creation, so it was actually around like $300. I don't know why it was for a partial. This one was actually so finally Doon the Fox is know the price of the full suit, because that's what I'm going for.
Yeah, it was, so Stormfire, his partial suits start at $1,500 and then his full suits start at $25. So mine ended up being a little over $3,000 because there's a lot of like airbrushing and other detail in it and the way that the head is constructed. So it's a lot of like material and labor and stuff like that. But it was worth it. I can sweat as often as I want now. So it's a great time.
My first suit initially was about $1,590, $1,590, and when I add in a partial, which is sleeves and leggings, currently, which added up to an additional $250. Yeah, we're pushing about closer to $800 now.
Yeah. What about yours, Beta? How much was yours?
So for the record, I'm getting a partial, so just hand paws, feet paws, tail, and head. And I kind of went into that idea thinking, oh, it'd be a bit cheaper, but it's a big fursuit maker, very well known, very high quality, $3,200. Which actually, I wanted to give a quick shout out to More for Less. They're having a request a commission or request a quote. So if you want to see how much a certain fursuit of yours would cost, feel free to send in a quote today on the website.
Nightshine, how much was yours?
Well, I have more than one suit, but I actually bought this one last year here for about $250. But Nightshine, I for the white wolf suit I have, oh, it's so complicated, but I know how much she's worth, so I'm just gonna say that. She's worth about $950 with all the parts I've gotten for her and all the art if you add up all for the character. I can't even, I'm gonna be honest, she's the only suit I've lost track of how much I've paid for on her. But I know how much she's worth, so I guess hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah. All right, let's see. I know you had a question, so you can come up here.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry.
We're all watching, it's fine, take time.
Is it better to sometimes just be like a human on a screen, or do what Beta does, like his animated self, or to be in fursuit? Like, do people like one or the other more?
I personally do not show my face on my YouTube channel. It helps because sometimes I make weird faces and not realize it. And I don't know, sometimes it's a little bit harder because I'm trying to convey a point, especially if that point is anger. This is not a face of anger.
You can just shake your head around.
I can't. I mean, maybe little eyebrow thingies. I don't know. But sometimes I do the thing like Beta does. But I feel like that's a lot more editing. Yeah. Concerning the face he just made, yes.
Let's see, Sam.
Well, for me, I have more or so just, you know, just a privacy thing, you know. So I haven't done a face reveal yet, but sometime in the future, maybe. But at the current situation with my job and my family, if either of them knew, it would not be good. So yeah. So currently I'm just this. I might do some voiceovers or something, but and I also don't really have any art yet, so I haven't. But yeah, I mean, I might do some of the animated stuff later on. But yeah, it's just some ideas. So all right.
I started my channel like 3 years ago, and I didn't get a suit till maybe 2.5 months ago. So I've been non-suiting for like ever. But I will say that typically furries do click on fursuits, so it's a lot harder to get into the non-suit thing. But as you can see with like Beta's success, you know, it's not impossible. It's just really, 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 really hard.
Wearing a maid outfit on live stream does it too.
Oh yeah.
Go to Ace.
You know your target audience.
There we go. Nice face.
Alright, for me, I usually try to do like live streams when I first head on, but I'm like, and Charlie's running away.
Oh, no. That's right, take it out of here.
Uh-oh.
Baby down.
Sorry.
Dang it. But I actually do try to like, just like do a little face reveal for hardly my videos. But I'm not usually afraid to show my face or wear my first head. It's fun. And the baby's running away.
Somebody needs to go for a nap. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's that.
My aces for that.
But yeah, it's actually a lot. I mean, I usually do like crazy expressions. I also did like voice impressions sometimes. Like, I'm gonna just stop. Person, Simon Peter's Sherman.
Hey kids, you want to see a body?
Logan, stop. That's just not like what you just said right there. So no.
Okay.
Stop it. What? Yeah, that's the only thing I want to do, like voice impersonations. And I've been doing voice impersonations since I was 15. And I remember like one time I actually did Kermit the Frog when I was 15. I literally did it when my teacher was literally just blabbing on about something. And the next thing you know, he's like, can you please teach the class in Kermit the Frog voice? Give me an A+ on the test and you got yourself a deal. And it happened.
Oh my god.
Best freshman year of my life.
The cringe has been revealed.
I'm gonna be honest, I was very distracted by that child running around and I was kind of rooting for him to just go for as long as he could. So I kind of forgot the question. What were we talking about?
Like, what would you be sharing with no face?
Oh yeah, that.
Or like, do you feel like, is it hard to do it in the style that you do it?
All right. So I guess for me, with what I do, yeah, it's a lot of work. It's an infinite amount of work that just never ends. Like you finish a video and you start working on stills and the whole process of getting the audio done and getting the images in. It's a pain. It really is a pain. But for me, it's worth it because I try to keep that quality where I'm able to entertain not only the furry community, but with the stills that I have, just with a cartoon character on a screen, even though it's simplistic animation, it can entertain, I guess, the quote-unquote normie culture. People that don't exactly involve themselves in the fandom, but they look at the video and they're like, oh, this kind of looks entertaining, because if you don't like cartoons, I don't know what you're doing.
What are you doing in your life?
But as for showing my face in my videos, which I do from time to time, it's kind of a risky game because, one, my face is a meme pretty much on Twitter. Like,
pretty much.
You can see, at the end of every live stream, there's at least one new picture of me that goes around, and I have enough for a sticker pack now that I can use that.
Do that. If you have
probably gonna do that.
I should all do that.
Do it.
But I guess a lot of it is like if you show your face and like things kind of blow up a bit more than they do, then people recognize you, and that's been the case with me a lot of times. In a lot of job interviews, surprisingly. So I have to explain that to them, which has all ended up well because I don't do anything illegal or bad. I just like promote information for a community of people like you guys that I love. And there's nothing wrong with that, and I just emphasize that to them. But to answer the question, yeah, there are definitely different ways that you can go about doing your videos with face cam or character stills like me or with a fursuit. It just depends on what you're comfortable with or what really speaks to you. Because I try to keep my videos as genuine and honest as possible, so I try to let that personality of my persona, Maverick, kind of flow through that. Yeah.
And my boyfriend Blake over there is back with food. I was wondering where you were, honey.
I was hungry. A hot dog needs some hot dogs.
Did you get me one?
No, because you're running a panel.
I'm starving, but okay.
I'll starve to death.
Let's not go there, please.
So when I started making videos, I didn't have a suit at the time. So I started with my regular human persona. It was really awkward, but it's a fun time. So that's what and especially as I was learning my particular style and the types of things that I liked to make in a video, that was okay for the time being. And then when I got my suit, I was like, okay, well, let's try this. And that ended up usually being more fun, just for my particular style. I've noticed that when you, the videos where I'm wearing my suit tend to perform better analytically than ones where I don't. So that's what I do now. I just become an animal.
Meow.
Oh, is it me now?
Yes.
Okay. I always don't want to accidentally interrupt someone, so I'm like, okay, it's my turn. I feel bad whenever I interrupt someone by accident. Anyway, for me, I show my face like way too much on my channel, to be real. I sometimes I'm just too lazy to put the head on or find where I put my head. So, I mean, I've thought about doing like still frame stuff or whatever they're called, but I don't know, that's a lot more editing, and I already do like way too much when I edit. Like anyone who watches my videos know I go over the top with it, even when it shouldn't be that over the top. Can you confirm that? You've seen me editing.
I have.
Yeah.
I literally have. She will not stop. I've tried.
I don't. I just keep going until I like fall asleep on my computer, and it concerns my entire family. Mom, I'm sorry.
Can I ask Beta a question real quick? Beta, how many stills do you think you have in your to use?
I use about like 15 to 20 for each video. I just try to span them out so that none are too repetitive in the span of the videos, so that you're not seeing the same one within like a certain interval of like another one. It's a really complicated process that I do it, but I kind of just have it based off of like certain tones in my voice, and then I have it changed based off of what I'm talking about. But yeah.
So do you have a total number?
Like 20.
Oh, 20? 20. I was about to be like, yeah, I had 10,000. I had to go through, you know. Okay.
20.
Any more questions for anyone? You.
Do you have any suggestions when you first show your fursuit on it and when you haven't before?
Oh, that's a good question.
So, do you have any, so the question was, do you have any suggestions? I'm sitting right here and I wasn't even paying attention. When you first show your fursuit, like an unboxing video, you mean?
Just in general.
Just in general?
Oh, okay.
I brush it, or then I forget to do it. Good light. For anybody showing off anything, good lighting is always the thing. I've seen so many videos where the lighting is terrible, and it makes the video look bad. So
I feel called out.
So what?
Yeah.
I said I feel called out. My lighting is terrible. 24/7.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. But yeah, just have it like you're ready to go to a con.
Look at my channel and do the opposite with lighting.
And we got Rajira at the door. Nope.
Hello. No.
Hey, Jerry, want to come up here?
No, I'm going shopping with my mom.
Have fun.
That's awesome.
No, I was going to ask you if you were
Buy her something nice.
afterwards, but thank you.
See you, Rajira. Have a good time.
Have fun with your mom.
But yeah, so for me, my very first time, you know, putting my suit in front of my camera, I think I actually spent like an hour and a half, you know, cleaning and brushing and making sure that everything was good with the light and everything, and I took way too long, but yeah, I mean, just make sure that your suit is nicely brushed and that you've got a decent camera angle and a good microphone, and yeah, that's pretty much my suggestions.
Oh, nice. Yeah, how about you, Glitch? Yeah.
Sorry, I pulled the beta and tuned out. What's up?
What do you do when you put your fursuit on camera? And what do you do to prepare for it?
Dude, the eerie unboxing sort of video took like 4 different tries, each an hour long, so it's pain and suffering.
So you mean you reboxed it? That's cheating! That's cheating!
I did that once.
That's still cheating.
We've been lied
To do
to.
for the clickbait.
YouTube's not real? What is this?
This is why his name is Glitch.
I don't mind retaping a box 3 times.
Dude, honestly. No, like one time it was just that the fur was completely, like, you know how fursuits have like this one designated the way like the fur's supposed to go? Yeah, so Erie was the complete opposite for one of those cuts, and he looked like this shaggiest, I can't say what I would normally say because this is PG, but
Who gave Glitch a mic?
shut up, Mom. Squirrel.
I am sorry.
We blame Vanguard.
Shots fired.
Why am I always being blamed?
We love you, Vanguard.
Because you're hosting this panel, it's all your fault.
Okay, yes, yes, it may have been my fault, but question, do you have any evidence?
This whole thing's on recording. There's
Dun dun dun.
Okay, for me, for my first suit, I only did one unboxing video, but I did on my Facebook Live. Yeah, it kind of slowly his face up, but I'm actually dying down on it. It actually went good for a while, but then like, you know what, I think it's time to like, when I get my Stormfire suit, I'll definitely have my camera ready and get good lighting, so.
You can start doing good lighting now, Vanguard. You don't have to wait for a new suit.
True.
For sometimes for lighting, I literally just use like, you can get them from like Home Depot or whatnot. Just the standard like 4100 Kelvin, you know, LED light bars that are just like for shop lights and stuff, or the fluorescent ones. I usually use the LED ones. But yeah, those work and they're cheap.
So what you'll learn is furry YouTubers can talk about equipment for like hours. Cameras, lights, mics, everything.
All the while, I'm on the sidelines just staring at you blankly.
Can I even answer this question?
He hasn't done it yet. He hasn't opened his suit. He should be listening to us how to unbox.
Actually, you know what?
No.
I want to.
You have a suit yet?
I really need a coffee right now. Does anyone know where I can get some coffee?
Banquet hall up front.
No.
Honestly,
I don't have a coffee.
Hospitality.
Hey, the staff member knows. Yay!
There's a Starbucks like right up the road from here, isn't there?
I was gonna say, run down to the gas station and get one of those little Starbucks things they have in the.
It's called Speedway, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
That one is.
So, from a less technical perspective and more from an actual performance perspective, the piece of advice that I usually give people when they're starting off, and this applies to any kind of art form, you know, dance, singing, whatever you want to look at, I usually suggest to watch people that you resonate with, that inspire you personally, because you can pick up a lot of different kinds of tips and tricks that you might not have thought of yourself, and they translate really, really well the more you do it and the more you have fun with it. Because at the end of the day, it's all about giggling, getting some coffee, going to bed, letting the existentialism set in, and then work a full-time job.
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I'm sorry I have a cold. If anyone was like, why does she sound like a prepubescent teenage boy or
It's
something?
okay.
Thank you.
You're fine.
Okay. When it comes to putting your suit on camera, especially if you just got it and you're just kind of getting used to the feel of it, sit next to a mirror and look at the best angles your suit has so you can figure out exactly where to put the camera, where you should pose, because some suits have like the one good angle, where if you look from that angle, it looks super good. Because sometimes you can do like body language that goes along really well with that too. So pay attention to your suit, know your suit, and you can pretty much be able to get everything from there. And lighting, don't be like me. Again, use my channel as an example of what not to do with lighting.
AKA dark room, AKA yellow light, everywhere.
You filmed with me before, my lighting is depressing.
Yes, we had a video that was
Quite interesting. We reacted to something a friend of ours sent us, and we were both confused as heck, and the lighting was terrible.
an incredibly slow murder with a very insufficient weapon.
Look it up. It is weird as heck.
I think
AJ had one. I want to hear what AJ had to say.
Yeah, AJ, what's your
you have
question?
A question earlier?
My question was, what do you use for video editing? Like, what's your preferred platform? Also, what do you hate using?
I think the three of us up here use Movavi, mostly because I started using it, and then I taught Vanguard how to use it, and then taught Nightshine how to use it. I hear a lot of people use Premiere, and I tried to use it for like 5 minutes and gave up. Mostly because the computer I had at the time sucked. So, but Movavi's pretty good because it's like $65 and it does almost everything the other one does. Adobe Premiere Rush, which is like a slimmed down version, I'd recommend as well if you want to get into editing as well.
Okay, well, I use Sony Vegas Pro 13. It's a bit old. I think they're up to like version like 15 or 16 now.
I think it's 16 the last I saw.
But no, I use Sony Vegas Pro 13 for all of my videos. I do have I have Premiere and After Effects and whatnot, but they're the CS6 version, which was the last version you could get without having to do the subscription. But yeah, I also sometimes use Blackmagic's DaVinci Resolve, but I don't really use it much. And I'm mostly PC because that's what Vegas runs on. But I also do have Macs for anyone out there who likes Apple products.
I use Premiere Pro for like everything, but I also do video editing commissions for a lot of other YouTubers. So in a lot of cases, there are times where I'm forced to use Sony Vegas so they can just fix it later if they need to. So you have to like relearn the software. And I know like Camtasia, like DaVinci Resolve and Sony, even though I will never touch that within a mile of my body. Just no, but Premiere, student plan, go for it, it's good.
I seen your channel. I thought you were using Movie Maker.
That's what I thought.
Movie Maker.
Shots have been fired, everybody. Prepare for a war.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as to why I have like Premiere in that, but use Vegas. It's like sometimes some people send me a project in Premiere and I'll